We are back to Abraham Hicks animation, and we only have 3 minutes to answer your question. The question that Esther who's going to answer for you is, who's Esther, what is channeling, and who is Abraham, and how can you also do the same? So I hope you're gonna like this show. So if you do, please leave your comment below and subscribe because we have more to go. I much appreciate it. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment. We're gonna figure out how to answer your question directly from Abraham Hicks. Thank you.
Words don't teach. It's only life experience that teaches. Yeah. So you feel inspired?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel that, like the collective unconscious here, all of the leading edge idea, mental flow that's happening in the room, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting. And can I ask another question?
Yes, you can.
One thing that I have a little conflict about in my mind is the concept of channeling. So I hear the words that come out of your mouth and I say, yes, 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 continuous yes. And then there's this conflict, this thing that says, well, what is this channeling about? Why isn't it not just Esther?
Well, you're right for sure that everything that we're talking about in this gathering is about you hooking up and allowing it to flow. And the reason that we are calling ourselves Abraham and asking you to acknowledge us as Abraham is because we are wanting to call your attention to the part of yourself that you hardly recognize is there. All of you have to set aside the Esthers in you for a little while you activate the Abrahams in you for a little while, if you are going to live fully as you've intended to. And yet here we are, a perfect example of the blend between the physical asking and the non-physical allowing, you see. Esther knows sometimes she can feel the fullness of Abraham flowing through her all the time. She can in a moment relax and allow that consciousness shift. We don't want to present it as an awkward something that Esther does that no one else can do, because that isn't true at all. You all are extensions of source energy, and you all have access to all of that. Esther never uses the word channeling, never has liked it, because it means so many things to so many people that this isn't. And so we're talking about extension of source energy. We're talking about inspiration. We're talking about being true to yourself. We're talking about fulfilling your purpose for being. We're talking about allowing yourself to open to the fullness of who you are. But it is because of the way humans have seen themselves that this unfolding with this woman in this way is of benefit to you, because you can recognize that there is the Esther and you recognize that there is the Abraham. And any of you who spend any time around Esther know that she's not Abraham. She is not Abraham. Abraham is not just her inner being. Abraham is more inner beings. Abraham is more source energy than her inner being, but her inner being also, you see. Abraham is her inner being and your inner being, source energy, all combined. But you all have access to this. This isn't owned by Esther. This isn't only what Esther can receive, but it is what Esther has tuned to. And if you have not, you see. We have never wanted you to come and behold this and listen to this and write this down and mimic it and parrot it. We want you to use this information to tune to your own resources, to allow the radiance of who you are to flow through you. You are unique in the way that you will describe it. Sometimes people will contact Esther and say, now I'm receiving Abraham also. And Esther thinks that's really a wonderful thing. And then they will send her some of what they are receiving, and she will not recognize it as anything that feels like Abraham to her. We're not describing ourselves as the answer to all questions. We are a teacher, and we will not be your last teacher. You are eternal beings who are reaching for new and finding it. Our role is just to help you click into who you are so that your now moments can be the meaningful moments that you meant for them to be. Because there is nothing more important than this moment. There will be more. There will be more because we are all eternal. But there's nothing more important than this moment. There's nothing more important than these thoughts in this moment, and this combination of these thoughts, and then the way it moves you and the manifestation that it accomplishes in any moment, no matter what the subject is. You see?
Yeah.
Really
great.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.